Hello everybody and welcome back to another video. So for today's video, I'm going to be showcasing the Rex again, but today I'm going to be using it with the electric weapons. Now, the electric weapons are known for their ability to charge both Mothership and Titan Bar incredibly fast, and I did previously make a video on an electric Ravager. However, the Rex should be better than the electric Ravager, because it's got 4 weapons. Yes, 2 of them are light, so not quite as good as the Ravager itself, but the Rex is incredibly tanky. I wouldn't say incredibly tanky, its ability with the DOT makes it extremely hard to kill, and that means this build has much more survivability, which in turn then means that you can get your Titan Bar much easier. So obviously we've got a Mark II level 12 Rex, Mark II Noir Leeming, level 1 Shifangs, and a level 6 Noir Leeming. So other than the Rex itself, weapons aren't really leveled at all. This is probably as close to free to play as this build will get in terms of leveling, because as a free to play generally you only want to take your robots to Mark II. Now we do have a level 12 Armadillo, so capturing beacons we get more defense points, on kills we get more defense points, on kills we get more durability, and we are faster on deployment. So Armadillo is probably the ideal drone for this robot. And on our pilot we have obviously Battle Hardened, which is the pilot skill that it gives. We have Wonder Worker, Armor Expert, Roadhog, Stubborn Warrior, Mechanic, and Survivor, so generally just increasing the survivability of the Rex. We do have our modules maxed, we do have all the permanent effects, and we are running the repair amp and the immune amp with an advanced repair unit and an armor kit. Now since we are running the electric weapons, you could consider running a jump unit instead, to get over buildings, get to spawn faster, and charge your Titan Bar faster. Now, what some people do is, where is it? The Teth. They run the Teth with the same build, so a electric build, and then they run it with the jump unit. So they jump, they use the TP, and they get into your spawn almost immediately. They get their Titan, and then they just blitz your entire team, because none of your team has Titans and they are all in their Titans. This build I think has some real good potential. I think it's very possible that after the Teth gets nerfed into the ground, that this will be the next electric build, assuming they don't nerf the electric weapons themselves, of course. The Teth has already been nerfed, but it didn't really do much, if I'm being honest. The Teth is still incredibly tanky. It's just slightly easier to kill than it was before. But yeah, I think once the Teth gets nerfed again, that the Rex will be the next electric build that people run. And on that, let's get into our first match here. Alright, loading in here. So, you do have this map. This is a favourite map of mine, I do quite like this map. We should be pretty good for this map. I'm going to come towards center here. Perfect. Oh no, I completely screwed up that use of my Frederick. Damn. That was kind of impressive. Badly I used my Frederick there, that was a big mistake. But yeah, didn't quite get our full Titan Bar because I did kind of screw up my dashes there because I wasn't paying attention. But you did get to see though, how much the electric Rex can charge that Titan bar. There's no reason for me to go over here actually, I don't know what I'm doing. Who EMP'd me? Okay, we do have our full Titan. Alright, loading in. We are going to have our Rex. Can we get the Leo Link, please? Yes, we can. That's perfect. Okay, what do they have? I'm not seeing any crazy clans that I recognize at the very least. There's Skyros. Ooh, Menda, perfect. It would be probably not ideal for me to not be EMP'd randomly. There is a Ravage here, this is perfect. Can hopefully get my bar off of this. We'll kill the Ravager. Nice. I am going to unload my weapons just so we have full ammo when we fight someone else. And we do almost have our full Titan bar already. I'm gonna go for the Skyros. Seems like the best play possible here. Wow, okay. So we kind of little bit of a misplay there. Okay. Yep, perfect. Got our full Titan. And wow, we're doing no damage to the Skyros. Alright, too easy. We have our Titan now. Let's blitz the enemy team. Alright, so as you got to see, the Electric Rex charges your Titan bar and your mothership pretty damn fast. Those were not some of the best games I've ever had. They weren't some of the worst. I've had worse games. I've had far better games. As you got to see there though, I charged in both games the Titan bar, I'd say 3/4 of the way within the first 30 seconds or so of the match, and then spent a little bit longer getting my Titan. This build is incredibly strong, and depending on where you are in the leagues, like, you may not see electric builds very often simply because people aren't utilizing the strategy. But in higher leagues, there's a strategy that some players do. They'll take, typically recently it's been a Teth. They max a Teth, they max the electric weapon, so Mark III, and then they'll give the Teth a jump unit. So they'll jump, they'll use the Teth teleport, and then they'll end up straight in your spawn where they'll spend time killing your robots and just charging their Titan bar. And then at a certain point, what they'll do is they will destroy their robot, and then they'll drop a Titan like an Atlas or a Yui Minos or an Ao Ming, like an ultimate Ao Ming. Just something that can reach your spawn relatively quick, and that basically allows them to kind of lock you out in a way. Because yes, the spawn immunity does work, but it's not the greatest. It grants defense points, and if the enemy team is strong enough and they're all in your spawn, they'll just go straight through that spawn immunity and kill you anyways. So yeah, this build is incredibly strong, it is incredibly useful, and I don't see why, if you have a Rex and you have the electric weapons to go on it, that you shouldn't invest in it. I think it's a great investment to make, especially if you have a good Titan and a good mothership as well, because using an electrical grid, you can just basically spam your mothership. By the time your mothership has run out, you already have it back again. I definitely think this is something you should invest in, given the resources if you have them. And I definitely personally will be using this build more and more. Thank you guys for watching, and I shall see you guys in the next one. Have a good day.